Welcome to the Locker Room Chat, and as you can see, Ron Berry is missing in action again tonight. Georgia's 0-2, Berry's 0-2 for not being here. Marty, glad you're here, buddy.
Oh, good to be here. Getting excited. Got a big game Friday night, and once again, Ron won't be there either.
No, he's
just be me and you.
Well, you know, this Georgia thing. We was talking to Turn Up the Heat guys over here. They've not even seen him in Rockwood. They do not know where he's at.
Well,
he's flew the coop.
He's hoping that Vince Dooley's coming out of retirement, but I don't see that anytime soon. But they got Coastal Carolina this week, so
think he'll be back next Wednesday?
I believe he'll be back. Number 1 win coming up over Coastal on Saturday afternoon. But boy, we got a lot to talk about. But we got a couple of guests. We got to get to them first, and then we got a special guest tonight, if you want to call him special.
Well, I don't know so much about him being special. All I call him, he's Mr. Guarantee.
Mr. Guarantee, huh?
That's all I got to say about him. He's Mr. Guarantee. He guarantees all the wins down the road here. So you're up against it tonight a little bit. He'll guarantee the win. Why are we showing up for?
I know it.
We don't even need to play the game, do we?
Yeah, we're going to play it.
We're going to play it. All right. We're going to do the Turn Up the Heat Award here in just a minute, and we've got them in the studio. We were in Rockwood last week, Marty. It was the game of the week, Rockwood and Kingston, and Rockwood has been having just a little trouble scoring. But, you know, Friday night at the game, I was impressed with Rockwood. They were in that game all the way to the very end.
They were, and that Kingston team's a lot better than people give them credit for. I mean, it was 20-13 at the half, and Rockwood, I mean, they put them on lockdown the second half. They didn't give up a point, didn't score any themselves. It was really a doubleheader because Thursday night the Kingston Middle School also took on Rockwood. It wasn't as close though.
No, things went awry for the middle school.
Yeah, their first loss.
I'm looking for the young man that was here earlier in the year. We don't know where he's at. He's MIA too. Yeah. He might be with Barry.
I think he's with Coach.
Coach
wouldn't allow him to come.
But we do appreciate the Rockwood Gas people, and we're going to take a break here in just a second, and we'll come back and do the Turn Up the Heat with the middle school. Rockwood Gas always does that, and we appreciate what they do, and they do a fine job. So let's jump out and take a quick break, and we'll be back with Turn Up the Heat.
Do you want to feel that you're truly cared about, especially when it comes to your health? Then Chase Drugs in Harriman is the place for you. The staff is courteous and professional, and they will answer all of your questions and even try to order something for you when you can't find it anywhere else. Chase Drugs has amazing technology that allows prescriptions to be filled promptly and efficiently, plus a 24-hour automated refill line. And with Chase Drugs' website, you're just a click away from the latest health information. Chase Drugs, serving Harriman and the surrounding area for more than 115 years.
It's that time of year again. Time for the Roane County Corn Maze at the Roane State Softball Field. Now open through November 19th. Are you looking for some good, clean family fun? Then come on down to the Roane County Corn Maze at the Roane State Softball Field. Have a birthday coming up? We can host your party. We also offer hay rides, glow sticks, concession, picnic tables, corn stalks, pumpkins, and much more. The Roane County Corn Maze is open Friday 1 to 8, Saturday 10 to 8, and Sunday 1 to 6. Need to come during the week? You can by appointment by calling 882-2640. Adults are $5, children are $4, and we have group rates available. So come on down to the Roane County Corn Maze at the Roane State Softball Field now through November 19th. You demand good old-fashioned service from your pharmacy, and at Live and Let Live Drug Store in downtown Rockwood, we not only give you great hometown service, but we treat you like our family. Live and Let Live Drug Store is now your source for great candy by the pound, too. Live and Let Live is also a great place for Time and Again candles and wax burners, Elizabeth Arden cosmetics and fragrances, Walter Powell hand-carved birds, and Contented Heart handmade soaps, lip balms, herbal teas, and more. We also have great gift baskets that can be made to order.
Visit us at Live and Let Live Drug Store in downtown Rockwood. Let us be your hometown pharmacy.
You know Reno's Sporting Goods is the #1 thing for everything sports. We carry baseball to softball to basketball to football and more. And Reno's also carries promotional apparel for businesses and special events.
Reno's is your one-stop for promotional business and corporate apparel. We embroider and silk screen for hundreds of businesses and special events. Hats, jackets, golf shirts, bags, and so much more.
Reno's Sporting Goods. We're a whole lot more than just bats and gloves.
Roane Metals Group. We pay top dollar while you pocket many dollars when you bring your aluminum and scrap metal to Roane Metals Group. located in the industrial park between Rockwood and Harriman. If you want to check the latest prices, just call 354-4282. Rome Metals is easy and fast getting in and out with local people owning and operating this facility. And they are open on the 2nd and 4th Saturday, as well as Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 p.m. That's your local Rome Metals Group, 354-4282.
Hey folks, I'm David Queener.
And I'm Marty Maston.
Join us every Friday night for the Rome Metals Friday Night Scoreboard Show.
We'll have the latest scores and highlights. We'll talk to coaches, players, and of course, we'll take your phone calls.
That's right, every Friday night at 10 p.m. after the game of the week, join us for the hottest show on local TV.
That's the Rome Metals Friday Night Scoreboard Show right here on Channel 12, BBB Communications.
Welcome back to the locker room chat, and it's time to turn up the heat. Jeff, who we got this week, bud?
Braden. Davidson.
All right. Tell us what we did this week there, young man. Had a pretty tough game, didn't you?
Yeah, it was rough, throughout the whole game, and we tried getting back at the second half, and there's just nothing we could do. But
What position do you play?
fullback and middle linebacker.
How many tackles do you have? Do you know? You don't have any idea? Oh, that's nothing to be ashamed of if you don't know. Coach, you probably shouldn't know. That's the way I always look at it. Pass your mic back there to your cohort back there. What position do you play?
Safety.
Is that all you play? Just play on defense?
Yeah, just defense.
You like playing defense?
Yeah.
You do? Who we got this week, guys?
Clinton.
Clinton Middle School, and it's at your place, right? At Rockwood,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
All right.
Do you want to feel that
Anybody
you're
want to give a shout out to, either one of you?
Mom and dad and family.
All right, pass it back there.
My mom, my uncle who got me into sports, and my grandfather.
All right. Jeff, we appreciate what you do with the middle school and the high school and gas company down there. Y'all get pretty involved in this.
Oh, yeah, we're all about sports in Rockwood. Everybody is. The gas department just really enjoys doing this, going to watch these kids play ball and support them.
Well, and I know at the high school game Friday night, and I'm sure you were there, or I guess you were there. I didn't see you anyway, but that don't mean anything. But man, it was a huge crowd there Friday night. So, but let me ask you this question: have you seen Ron Berry this week?
No, I've not. I've not seen him anywhere.
So you've not seen him anywhere neither? Okay. Well,
Nobody has.
Nobody has. So we don't know where Ron Berry's at. We figure he's hiding. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back, and we'll put the high school young men over there, and we'll ask them the same questions. We'll be right back.
Do you want to feel that you're truly cared about, especially when it comes to your health? Then Chase Drugs in Harriman is the place for you. The staff is courteous and professional, and they will answer all of your questions and even try to order something for you when you can't find it anywhere else. Chase Drugs has amazing technology that allows prescriptions to be filled promptly and efficiently, plus a 24-hour automated refill line. And with Chase Drugs' website, you're just a click away from the latest health information. Chase Drugs, serving Harriman and the surrounding area for more than 115 years.
You know Reno Sporting Goods is the #1 thing for everything sports. We carry baseball to softball to basketball to football and more. And Reno's also carries promotional apparel for businesses and special events.
Spring sports are here, and if you need gear or apparel to play the game, Reno's has it. Gloves, bats, protective gear, balls, Under Armour, and a great selection of cleats are all in stock now.
Reno's Sporting Goods. We're a whole lot more than just bats and gloves.
It's that time of year again. Time for the Roane County Corn Maze at the Roane State Softball Field. Now open through November 19th. Are you looking for some good, clean family fun? Then come on down to the Roane County Corn Maze at the Roane State Softball Field. Have a birthday coming up? We can host your party. We also offer hay rides, glow sticks, concessions, picnic tables, corn stalks, pumpkins, and much more. The Roane County Corn Maze is open Friday 1 to 8, Saturday 10 to 8, and Sunday 1 to 6. Need to come during the week? You can by appointment by calling 882-2640. Adults are $5, children are $4, and we have group rates available. So come on down to the Roane County Corn Maze at the Roane State Softball Field now through November 19th.
Hey folks, I'm David Queener.
And I'm Marty Maston.
Join us every Friday night for the Rome Metals Friday Night Scoreboard Show.
We'll have the latest scores and highlights. We'll talk to coaches, players, and of course, we'll take your phone calls.
That's right, every Friday night at 10 p.m. after the game of the week, join us for the hottest show on local TV.
That's the Rome Metals Friday Night Scoreboard Show right here on Channel 12, BBB Communications.
Metals Group. We pay top dollar while you pocket many dollars when you bring your aluminum and scrap metal to Rome Metals Group, located in the industrial park between Rockwood and Harriman. If you want to check the latest prices, just call 354-4282. Rome Metals is easy and fast getting in and out with local people owning and operating this facility. And they are open on the 2nd and 4th Saturday, as well as Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 p.m. That's your local Rome Metals Group, 354-4282.
Morning. Give me the sports section, will you?
All these changes in Medicare, how are we supposed to know what to do?
Simple. Go to a Leader Pharmacy. They're independently owned, and the pharmacists take time to talk to you about any healthcare concern, Medicare included.
Visit your local Leader Pharmacy to learn more about Medicare changes and get personal, fast attention to all your healthcare needs.
You know, that's a good idea. I'm going over as soon as you give me the sports section back.
To learn more about Medicare's changes, stop by Live and Let Live Drug Store in Rockwood today.
Welcome back to the locker room chat, and we're turning up the heat, Marty.
Yep.
We've got Rockwood High School team here. Jeff, who you got with you tonight?
Got Hayden Frills, Everett Campbell.
All right. Hayden, a tough loss Friday night, but still, you know, from last week talking, you guys have been having a little trouble scoring. You come out and scored 13 points against a really good Kingston team, and as Marty said, as y'all were listening when we had the middle school kids in, y'all were in that ball game. I mean, even down to the last minute, you were in that ball game.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough fought game, you know. Throughout the game, Kingston, what do you think?
I don't know. They just.
And
We had a lot of bad breaks. Like, just a few times, it was just key mistakes is what lost the game.
Well, you just keep working on it. What position y'all play?
I play fullback and D tackle.
I play defensive end and tight end.
Defensive end and tight end.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and as Marty said, also a Kingston team, you know, it's a pretty good football team. It's loaded with 20, I think there's 22 seniors, I think, on that football team. And it's now they're ranked this week or in the top 10 this week. So, you know, but a big crowd, though, Friday night at Kingston. Just tell me, and the people listening, not necessarily just me, what's it like when y'all walk out of the locker room and you're coming around through and you're coming down and you're walking in front of the stands there? I mean, I think it's pretty cool the way y'all do that down there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My freshman year, we came in. Coach Webb started doing that. It's no better feeling walking around, having everyone stand up, clapping for you. You know, get your adrenaline going, makes you feel good.
Okay. Let's see. We got a call here. Let's see if this is one of y'all. Go ahead, caller. You on the air?
Yeah, I just want to see them boys right there, number 3. I just want to tell him he played a good game Friday night. Caught some good balls for us. Went 4-4 Everett Campbell. I'm telling you, that boy can run the ball right there. They better get ready Friday night because them boys are going to come out there and win.
You think so?
I think so. I know they can. All
right.
He's got a birthday coming up tomorrow. I'm going to say happy birthday from your quarterback 14. Stop here and listen to you, boys.
Thank you, buddy.
It's my birthday tomorrow, dude.
Is it your birthday?
Yeah.
Is it? Apparently, you know who that is. You who that was on the phone? You didn't have any idea?
I think
They're probably describing their voice.
It's our very own Brad Jones.
It's his birthday, too?
I believe tomorrow's his birthday.
Tell us who we got Friday night, guys.
We got Taft.
Seen a little film on them this week?
Watched them Monday.
What do
Yeah,
you
we
think?
ain't watched many else. They're pretty athletic. Look good.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I mean, they can't be too athletic. They got caught.
Yeah, they got caught. Hey, let me ask you guys something. Y'all do know Ron Berry, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
Seen him.
You ain't seen him there?
Nowhere.
Either one of y'all seen him
No.
there? We don't know where Ron Berry's at. If y'all see him, call us in and let us know. Call the news up here. Let us know. But anybody y'all want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to my mom, Mary Frills, and to my best friend, Tavin Napier.
I'd like to give a shout out to Carolyn Campbell and Jimmy Campbell and Jared Campbell and all my friends.
What about your dad, Clay? Does he not get a?
About my dad,
you not
Clay.
get a
Tell me what
shout?
you
Does
think
Clay
about
not
it.
get a shout out?
He told me to give one to my mom.
Oh, okay. As long as that's what he told you.
He told you better take care of mom. Yeah. You better do what Dad said. If that's what
She's
he
got to
said.
stay happy.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Exactly right.
Clay's a smart man.
What grade you two guys in?
I'm a junior.
I'm a senior.
You're a senior. All right. Good luck the rest of the year, guys. Hope to see you back. Jeff, appreciate you bringing them up here and having them up here. And I think it's a cool thing what y'all do down there. We'll be right back just in a couple minutes, and we've got a special guest. I really don't want to bring him on, but we're going to bring him on anyway. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
You demand good old-fashioned service from your pharmacy, and at Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood, we not only give you great hometown service, but we treat you like our family. Live and Let Live Drugstore is now your source for great candy by the pound, too. Live and Let Live is also a great place for Time and Again candles and wax burners, Elizabeth Arden cosmetics and fragrances, Walter Powell hand-carved birds, and Contented Heart handmade soaps, lip balms, herbal teas, and more. We also have great gift baskets that can be made to order.
Visit us at Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood. Let us be your hometown pharmacy.
It's that time of year again. Time for the Roane County Corn Maze at the Roane State Softball Field. Now open through November 19th. Are you looking for some good, clean family fun? Then come on down to the Roane County Corn Maze at the Roane State Softball Field. Have a birthday coming up? We can host your party. We also offer hay rides, glow sticks, concession, picnic tables, corn stalks, pumpkins, and much more. The Roane County Corn Maze is open Friday 1 to 8, Saturday 10 to 8, and Sunday 1 to 6. Need to come during the week? You can by appointment by calling 882-2640. Adults are $5, children are $4, and we have group rates available. So come on down to the Roane County Corn Maze at the Roane State Softball Field now through November 19th.
Reno's mean sports. This was me when I was just a kid. A lot of things sure have changed at Reno's since then. Today, our store is much bigger with more bats, gloves, uniforms, gear, and accessories for baseball, softball, or soccer. Our goal is to make playing sports more fun and safer for everyone. At Reno's, we've gotten older, but we've gotten a lot better too. At Reno's Sporting Goods in downtown Harriman, still the best.
Do you want to feel that you're truly cared about, especially when it comes to your health? Then Chase Drugs in Harriman is the place for you. The staff is courteous and professional, and they will answer all of your questions and even try to order something for you when you can't find it anywhere else. Chase Drugs has amazing technology that allows prescriptions to be filled promptly and efficiently, plus a 24-hour automated refill line. And with Chase Drugs' website, you're just a click away from the latest health information. Chase Drugs, serving Harriman and the surrounding area for more than 115 years.
Hey folks, I'm David Queener.
And I'm Marty Maston.
Join us every Friday night for the Roane Metals Friday Night Scoreboard Show.
We'll have the latest scores and highlights. We'll talk to coaches, players, and of course, we'll take your phone calls.
That's right, every Friday night at 10 p.m. after the game of the week, join us for the hottest show on local TV.
That's the Roane Metals Friday Night Scoreboard Show right here on Channel 12, BBB Communications.
Roane Metals Group. We pay top dollar while you pocket many dollars when you bring your aluminum and scrap metal to Roane Metals Group, located in the industrial park between Rockwood and Harriman. If you want to check the latest prices, just call 354-4282. Roane Metals is easy and fast getting in and out with local people owning and operating this facility. And they are open on the 2nd and 4th Saturday, as well as Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 p.m. That's your local Roane Metals Group, 354-4282.
Welcome back to the locker room chat. And folks, this wasn't my idea, and it really wasn't Marty's. He just barged in, and we can't get him up out of the seat. He's a big old boy. He's promised to sit over there and just listen, and if we ask him a question, he'll answer it. So hold on. This next 30-some minutes could be exciting. But Marty, we got a little surprise for Eric here. We're going to play him a little song.
Just a little song.
Just a little song for him.
Big orange sun coming up in the sky and it's shining on the field. Coach Dooley's first game in that dirty old state, well, you know how we feel. Dooley, get ready.
Right now, we're like the Germans, all right? Oh, my God, the invasion is coming.
Across the field where the teams are parked by the old swamp road.
What else is there to talk about?
It's gonna be one of them special games that we all know. Dooley, get ready.
They're just going crazy.
Whoa, whoa.
Everybody.
UT's going fishing in the swamp, catching them gators and we'll muzzle their chomp, cause there's no T-Bow.
No T-Bow, baby.
Extremely sorry.
Touchdown by the dozens and we're partying right. We'll be singing Rocky Top till the middle of the night. Muschamp don't know.
There we go.
How about that? There's no T-Bow, and we now have a better quarterback at Tennessee than
Florida.
Manning or Florida. We got the best. He's better than Peyton Manning. They've already ruled him, man. So we can forget about talking about Peyton Manning anymore. Now it's Brady. Tyler Brady. We're going to talk about from now.
We're going to break him in half.
Yeah, break him in half. Got to catch him first.
Hey,
that ain't hard.
Another one suspended this week down in Florida.
He's got feet that long. He runs like a duck.
One thing. Since our Friday night show's always so late, my little girl's sitting at home, Kylie. She doesn't get to watch us late night, but she's watching right now, and she wouldn't let Mama turn the channel until I said hello to her.
You better say hello then.
Hey there, Kylie. It's about 10 minutes till bedtime, honey. But,
hey, Sydney, same thing goes for you.
Well, we brought Eric in. Marty threw that song out there a minute ago, and we had to play it because if you guys watching don't know, Eric, when he calls in on Wednesday night or Friday night, he's a big Oliver Springs fan, and then he's a big Florida fan. And we agreed to let him come on tonight if he doesn't act up too much. If he does, Herschel's going to come from the back and drag him out. So if you see a guy run through, you know it's Eric fixing to go out. But, guys, we got a big high school football game Friday night. Well, there's a bunch of big high school football games, but we got a big high school football game Friday night. The game of the week for us here at BBB Channel 12 is Oliver Springs and Coalfield. I think it's about 4.5 miles roughly there from Coalfield down to Oz. And we'll be down there. And, Eric, can we expect a big crowd Friday night in Oliver Springs? Do you think there'll be a big crowd?
Maybe a record crowd.
Maybe a record crowd. Okay. I'm sure that Coalfield's going to travel well, Marty.
I'm sure Oliver Springs is going to show up.
it'll be a packed house, but we're gonna go beyond the fans, and we're gonna break the game down. Offensively, Eric, skill positions, who do you give the advantage to?
Wide receivers, I give the advantage to Coalfield. Offensive backfield, I give the advantage to Oliver Springs. Quarterback, running back.
I would probably agree with that. Alan Sieber's a great tailback, but as far as offensive backfield with Garrett Miller and Jordan Romero, tough to handle. In the punting game, I think it's a push.
I agree.
But as far as place kicking, it's Oliver Springs.
It's Oliver Springs.
And
Austin's the man.
That's why Coalfield's 3-1 and not 4-0.
That's exactly right.
It's because of place kicking. Now switch over to where you win championships. The defensive line
is depleted,
and I mean that's major advantage. I think Coalfield.
We're beat up on the defensive line.
And that's my point. Yeah, Coalfield comes in as healthy as you can 4 games into the season.
Right. But I don't think Oliver Springs could be more beat up.
Yeah, but I think, and this is what disappointed Oliver Springs fans last year. This is a game about heart. And Oliver Springs didn't come out with heart at the first of the game last year.
Well, and the winds just came out of the sails as Jordan was going into the end zone and fumbled the football. I mean, that was the game-changing play.
I think it was, 6-0 when that happened?
6-0 when that happened.
And Oliver Springs scores there and makes the extra point instead of Coalfield going the other way, up 13-0. Oliver Springs leads 7-6, and we're looking at a different ball game.
Yeah, and Coalfield got the ball at, 4?
Yeah.
And took it 96 yards for a score. Yeah, I mean, that's Coach Chris told me a fact when I played out there. He said, if you can drive it 90 yards and score, you'll win 90% of the time. Because that's just if you drive it 90 yards on somebody, that's just a morale breaker. I mean,
Okay, so we got 2 fairly even teams going into Friday night. What one point stands out and somebody counters it with something else? Defensively, am I hearing then the edge might be just a little bit to Coalfield because of?
Well, I've given the defensive backs to Oliver Springs.
So are you saying we're even and we're in for one heck of a ball game?
I hope
if both teams, now you got to remember, guys, these are high school kids. Both teams got to show up.
They
like
do.
you said, if somebody comes out down just a little bit,
we could have a blowout.
Either way.
But if both teams show up ready to play, you and I are going to have a lot of fun.
I would think that the Oz coach there's not going to let Oliver Springs come out down just for the simple fact of what took place last year, guys.
Well, I don't think Oliver Springs has got to worry about coming out down. We saw what coming out down will do to you at Greenback. Of course, that was a big hangover from that Kingston game. Yes. I mean, and it's just I have seen 2 completely different teams play this year. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Well, and when you're dealing with 16, 17-year-old kids, you're going to. And it's just when they show up Friday night, I mean, I wish you'd hurry up and get here.
Me too. I'm ready.
Just a couple days away, guys. Just hold on. He'll be here. We don't want to wish no more of our life away. We have to.
I know it.
I'd give these 2 days up.
Let me say this to both of y'all. See, Kingston's a little bit better football team maybe than we thought they were coming into this year. Even though they've got quite a few kids that are back, they didn't have a quarterback. Kingston is a pretty good football team.
They are, and Kingston. I think they had a pretty winnable game. I got it highlighted there.
Is it? I don't know if I wrote it down over
Stone Memorial.
That
is a win.
That's a big game for them. So
that's 5-0 right there, and found out a few details on the Alcoa loss the other night.
Right.
They call him Vanderbilt Hambrick.
Right.
He dislocated his wrist in the second quarter the other night, and then could not feel his left. He had so much nerve damage, couldn't feel his left hand.
Is he through for the year?
No, he'll play Friday night. The coach said. I was listening to Jesse Smithy as I was coming in.
I heard the same thing.
And also, their starting quarterback went out in the third quarter the other night, and they had 2 defensive players out. One still out for Friday night. So while AE that is a big win, if you've got 4 starters sitting on the bench, that's a contributing factor.
And they also went all the way to their 3rd string tailback too.
It's like the Grace win over CAK and the AE win over Alcoa. Guys, those 2 teams have not. I mean, CAK's losses have been to Alcoa, and Alcoa's only losses have been to Maryville.
Yeah.
So for both those teams to lose games, Kingston
CAK went 3 years without losing to somebody other than Alcoa.
So that puts Kingston in a position maybe to pull some upsets later on down the road here.
But they're going to be 5-0 after Friday, though.
I believe we got a phone call here. Let's go ahead and get it.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Yeah. How you fellas doing this evening?
Doing well. How are you?
Great. This is Tim Michaels. I'm the band director at Oliver Springs High School, and I'm just calling in to wish the Bobcats a big game Friday night.
Okay.
And Coach Brackett and all those guys. The band's going to be there fired up and ready to play. One other thing I wanted to, I don't know if he's watching or not, but I don't know if you guys heard about it. Austin Rice, the kicker for Oliver Springs Friday night, I think he had the hit of the year.
Amen.
From one of the Sweetwater players. That was just a fantastic hit that he put on this guy.
Laid him out.
I thought all he was doing was kicking.
Oh,
well,
I'll tell you. Let me tell you.
Hey, this guy come looking for some, and he got some.
He's the man, because that hit about caused me to come out of the stands myself and put some pads on. Oh, there you go.
I'm telling you.
Hey, are we having a big pep rally this week at Oliver Springs?
I think we're having one Friday afternoon, yeah. And then, like I said, everybody's going to be ready to go, and we're looking forward to the game. It's going to be a great game.
Good. Glad to hear you talking it up. Talk it up, down. Let's get a big crowd out Friday night.
There you go.
Hey, band director, in the 4th quarter, when Cofield's got the ball, make sure you're playing when they come to the line of scrimmage.
We'll do it.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Well, and I tell you guys, and I'm loving to hear it. I'm sure Cofield's they gonna have a pep rally. Do you know? You're probably speaking at it, knowing you. Hey, I tell you what, where if Oliver Springs to let me and you come and speak at the pep rally, especially you? I bet you'd get them fired up more than I would. You being a Cofield.
Yeah, just walk in wearing orange and black, and that's all it takes.
He's being awful. I tell you what, he's being awful quiet right now.
Nope.
See, we got to do the game, so we sort of got to be. It's hard.
I'm just going to show up and do my job Friday night.
Everybody knows, and I'm on record saying this. Everybody knows I love going to Cofield, and you know that. And you also know that I thought this was the year that Oliver Springs makes a serious run at it, and there was no more disappointed than me that Oliver Springs come out 0-2. I really thought this was a team. I picked them every week, and I'll continue to pick them. But except for this week, that's a game I'm just not going to pick. But I really think, guys, that this could be one of the better games that we've had in a long time on Channel 12, and we've had some good ones. But I think this could be one of the better games.
I think the best one we've ever had was the one you and I done, the AC Clinton playoff game.
And it was. And if it's anything like that,
35-27.
I don't know if we'll be able to come in here and do the Friday night show because, I mean, I'd like to see a huge crowd there.
And there's one thing, Eric, when there's all the hype, does a game ever live up to the billing? Normally it doesn't.
Very rarely.
Yeah. But folks,
I'm gonna tell you another thing too about this Oliver Springs team, and and this is something they haven't been able to do in any game this year. They have got to limit the penalties. They have had just penalties have cost them dearly in some crucial situations in games. Even that Sweetwater game, they won, but I mean they had some drive killers. I mean, and they also had Sweetwater stopped twice, and penalties kept the drives alive. You can't do that against Cofield and win.
And there's
no, you can't have mistakes.
No, and there's a pretty stellar crew refereeing the crew. When I found out who it was, I was pretty excited because there needs to be a good officiating crew because this is a big ball game.
Yeah, I don't want to see a holding penalty that was 15 yards from the ball.
Now this crew, they'll let them play and they'll let the kids decide it.
Right.
But we've got a few games here we need to talk about. We'll just start at the bottom and work our way up. And how fitting that this one is at the bottom, Wartburg and Oakdale.
Hey, anybody playing Wartburg, that's who I'm for.
But can Oakdale get them?
I hope. If they can't, if any year's the year,
Wartburg's not won a game this year, have he? What about Oakdale?
Oakdale's
they gave Greenback a scare last week.
They were ahead at halftime.
I'm going to take Wartburg.
I think Wartburg wins. And this has a lot to do with if Lucas Lunsford, the quarterback from Harriman, plays. If he plays, then Harriman has a chance against Tellico Plains and probably wins. But if Lucas Lunsford doesn't play, Tellico Plains beats Harriman.
Well, now
I'll take Harriman and I'll say that the kid's going to play without me knowing. I'm going to take Harriman.
Well, I'm going to take Harriman because Tellico Plains is coming in from this Cofield game, and they're beat up because Cofield's a physical football team. Anybody playing a week after Cofield, both these teams after Friday night's going to be sore Saturday morning. I promise you that.
But the good news for both teams, and I'm almost positive, doesn't Oliver Springs have a bye week too?
I think so.
So
yes.
that's both teams with a bye week after the Cofield Oz. Rockwood and Taft. We just had the Rockwood kids on there. We talked.
Take Rockwood.
Rockwood probably wins that. Did you ever get to play against Taft team?
Lord of mercy! I think we had a fella jump the fence and hide in a trailer park.
I told him about that.
He scored and just kept on going, man. They found him under a trailer in a trailer park.
Yep.
Oh, well.
Back in the mid-'90s. It was on a Saturday night they played that game. But we was talking about, I said, they can't be too good athletes. They got caught.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stone Memorial in Kingston, and I think we're unanimous here that Kingston goes to 5-0.
Maybe not.
Okay, go ahead with your
What's
prediction.
Stone's record? Anybody know?
Well, it'll probably be right there in the paper for you. It's not very good. I'll flip it over here for you, Dave.
I saw them in the spring. They won 2 good.
I'm going to take Kingston.
Okay.
Catching heart flutter
All right,
there, didn't we?
Scott and Alcoa. Would you hate to be Scott High this week?
Yeah, I would. And that's really not a game in there. I just throw that in there because
Alcoa coming off
a loss, playing against Tony
80?
Lambert.
If they want
Can
to.
you see 80?
Yeah.
Well, we sort of thought that last week.
I don't know.
Guys,
Tony Lambert's a pretty good defensive coach.
Pretty good coach. But if you remember, we talked about that last week. Alcoa going to AE. Right. We hate to be AE. Look what happened. Yeah. I know the injury bug got him, but look what happened.
Powell and Anderson County.
My guy,
for real.
I've been going against my guy all year long. He's called Jonathan Cox called me and said Powell by 21. I'm going, and I tell you, AC's defense has got to stop the run back, Mosley. They've got to stop him. If they don't, they could be 21. I'll stick with AC though for right now.
I think Deshaun Mobley's too much.
Could be,
especially after AC eliminated them in the second round.
And
him not playing.
Right, and I don't know that I would want to be AC for that game because that seems to me like that is a game that Powell's had on the board for a while.
Since that night ended.
Right, and it's probably been on the weight room board all summer long, and I'm sure that's a game that they've been keying on all year long.
I worked with a guy from Powell, and he said, he's really been talking about this week. This is a game Powell's really been looking forward to. I mean,
and sometimes when you go in overhyped, and so who knows?
Midway and Greenback.
That's a no-brainer.
Greenback.
Loudon and CAK. I think CAK bounces back.
Probably agree with you.
But it could be closer than.
Could this be the year that Loudon and Kingston finally knock off somebody else and get up a step closer to Alcoa? Listen, guys, if you're playing Alcoa right now and they're beat up, if you got a broken wrist and you're playing with a cast on and it's all clubbed up, it's a little disadvantage.
You're fair
And
game.
you're fair game, and that's advantage Loudon. I mean, when they get to play each. So Loudon might pull an upset here.
And then Clinton, the schedule doesn't get any easier as they take on Knox Central out of Kentucky. Pretty good football team.
And I was told today they're ranked, and I don't know whether they are or not, 'cause I don't know I know zero about them. They said they're ranked 6th in the state in their classification. They go up to play a GP team last week up there and go up there and win. That's a pretty hard place to go win a football game. Gatlinburg-Pittman is.
Yep.
You don't go up there and win very often and come out there.
No, and another district matchup in single A, Jellicoe and Sunbright. I can't see Jellicoe keeping this close.
Sunbright will score as many as they want to.
And then the Ridgers take on Halls. Oak Ridge gets another win this week.
I agree with you, but I hadn't heard anything this week about Zeller, the quarterback. I hadn't heard anybody say anything about him.
It was a bruised kidney.
Right. I hadn't heard anybody say anything. I hadn't got any calls, so I just hope I don't think it really matters. Hall's probably is the worst team in Knox County.
Hey, I tell you what, that number 10 kid looked good at quarterback. If that's the future.
Ryan
of Oak
Hall.
Ridge, yeah.
Yeah, they just he was put in a pretty bad situation.
Yeah, but the Zolger kid is
he does it all.
He does it all, man. I mean, he's just all he just don't he's just an all around good kid.
And then Coalfield and Arbor Springs, the big one, the BBB Channel 12, and.
If there was any way that I could go out of it and give it to both teams, that's probably what I'd like to see. But I know one team's going to win. I'm torn to say what I want to say because I know we're doing the game, and I'm not going to say anything. I think I've got it in my mind who's going to win the game, but or who I think is going to win the game. But we'll just wait and see.
Coach Brackett won't allow me to say what I want to say.
Well, no, wait a minute. Out here in the parking lot just a minute ago. What about that conversation out in the parking lot?
That's what he's not allowing him to say.
Let's get a call. Maybe it's Coach Brackett calling in. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller. Hello.
Go ahead, caller. You on the air?
Hello, Marty. Hello, Cleaner.
Hey, how we doing?
How we doing tonight?
Good. How are you guys?
Oh, we are doing
good.
Great.
I heard that you said that you hadn't heard nothing on Bradley Zolliger.
Uh-huh.
He is doing better, but we don't know when he's going to be back yet.
So he is out this week.
Yes, he is definitely out. They said that if he does what the doctors tell him and all that, he could be back by Maryville.
Okay. Well, I hate that because he's a fine young man, and we really like him here. I mean, he's just a hard-nosed football player, and we like those type of kids. And he's just really a good young man and a good football player, and he's high school football as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly. I mean, people say it's all about the boys of fall, and I agree right there. And when you look at Bradley, I mean, you're looking at a true team leader. I mean, he carries his team, and, he's there for them. He's got their back. And to me, Bradley Zolliger is the heart and soul of the Oak Ridge football team.
Yeah, he is. And when I had stepped out right before halftime watching the game at the house last week, and I come back, and they said he's injured. I know somebody that's standing on the sideline over there, and I immediately picked the cell phone up and give him a call because you hate to first of all hear when any kid gets hurt, but when one of his caliber goes down, you need to start checking on him, and got to check on him then. And I think his mother shot a text or two back to Brad about him last week. So glad to hear he's recovering a little bit, and I wish him well, and I hope he gets back soon on the field.
Yeah, me too. Well, just thought I'd call in and
thank you.
See what I knew about him.
All
and
right.
Good luck to Coalfield and Oliver Springs this year. And let's go Cats.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, Beck.
I'll tell you, let's jump out and take a break, guys. And 483-8112, if you want to give us a call when we come back, whether it's about Oak Ridge, Clinton, or Oliver Springs, Coalfield, or whoever, give us a call. We'll be right back here in just a minute on the Locker Room Chat.
Do you want to feel that you're truly cared about, especially when it comes to your health? Then Chase Drugs in Harriman is the place for you. The staff is courteous and professional, and they will answer all of your questions and even try to order something for you when you can't find it anywhere else. Chase Drugs has amazing technology that allows prescriptions to be filled promptly and efficiently, plus a 24-hour automated refill line. And with Chase Drugs' website, you're just a click away from the latest health information. Chase Drugs, serving Harriman and the surrounding area for more than 115 years.
It's that time of year again. Time for the Roane County Corn Maze at the Roane State Softball Field. Now open through November 19th. Are you looking for some good, clean family fun? Then come on down to the Roane County Corn Maze at the Roane State Softball Field. Have a birthday coming up? We can host your party. We also offer hay rides, glow sticks, concession, picnic tables, corn stalks, pumpkins, and much more. The Roane County Corn Maze is open Friday 1 to 8, Saturday 10 to 8, and Sunday 1 to 6. Need to come during the week? You can by appointment by calling 882-2640. Adults are $5, children are $4, and we have group rates available. So come on down to the Roane County Corn Maze at the Roane State Softball Field now through November 19th. You demand good old-fashioned service from your pharmacy, and at Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood, we not only give you great hometown service, but we treat you like our family. Live and Let Live Drugstore is now your source for great candy by the pound, too. Live and Let Live is also a great place for Time and Again candles and wax burner, Elizabeth Arden cosmetics and fragrances, Walter Powell hand-carved birds, and Contented Heart handmade soaps, lip balms, herbal teas, and more. We also have great gift baskets that can be made to order.
Visit us at Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood. Let us be your hometown pharmacy.
You know Reno's Sporting Goods is the #1 thing for everything sports. We carry baseball to softball to basketball to football and more. And Reno's also carries promotional apparel for businesses and special events.
Reno's is your one-stop for promotional business and corporate apparel. We embroider and silk screen for hundreds of businesses and special events. Hats, jackets, golf shirts, bags, and so much more.
Reno's Sporting Goods. We're a whole lot more than just bats and gloves.
Roane Metals Group. We pay top dollar while you pocket many dollars when you bring your aluminum and scrap metal to Roane Metals Group, located in the industrial park between Rockwood and Harriman. If you want to check the latest prices, just call 354-4282. Roane Metals is easy and fast getting in and out with local people owning and operating this facility. And they are open on the 2nd and 4th Saturday, as well as Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 p.m. That's your local Roane Metals Group, 354-4282.
Hey folks, I'm David Queener.
And I'm Marty Maston.
Join us every Friday night for the Roane Metals Friday Night Scoreboard Show.
We'll have the latest scores and highlights. We'll talk to coaches, players, and of course, we'll take your phone calls.
That's right, every Friday night at 10 p.m. after the game of the week, join us for the hottest show on local TV.
That's the Roane Metals Friday Night Scoreboard Show right here on Channel 12, BBB Communications.
Welcome back to the locker room chat, and we've been discussing just a little bit about some high school football, and there's a big game coming up this week on the college level. There's a couple good big games, but we've turned the teams in, and they'll have their picks. And we got shellacked this week, or I did anyway. I don't know how you did. I won one game, I think.
We done what we were supposed to do as hosts. We gave away shirts.
Oh, so we're not giving away no more?
So,
well, I'm glad you told me we gave them away. Whew, thank you. So I don't know that I don't know. Brad's come up with this beat the pros. I don't know where he thinks I'm a pro at it, because it's evident that I'm not doing too swift right now. But we've turned the games in. There's some good games on there. All I got to say, you better study this week because the pros are coming out. But the big game I want to talk about, guys, can Tennessee go to the Swamp and beat Florida? And that's real simple.
No.
Yes.
Well, we
no
you
way.
To say that. So I just need to counter you and say yes. It's 2 against 1. You lose. How's that feel to lose?
Well, I don't
There's
know.
no
It's
Tebow
been
down
so
there.
long
There's
since
no
I've
Tebow.
lost.
There's
Since
no
we've
Tebow
lost to
down
Tennessee,
there.
I forgot what it felt
There's
like.
no Tebow down there. A Florida player got arrested this week again. So he's a linebacker,
Tennessee.
apparently a good player. And we've got a quarterback that's better than Peyton Manning, which I never thought Peyton Manning was that good. So we've got a good quarterback.
They have to,
Tennessee's offensive line
That's it.
cannot protect
That's gonna be
Tyler
it.
Bray against Florida's defensive line.
If they
Cannot.
if they can protect him and give him any time, then Tennessee has a legitimate chance.
They don't have a running game. We're going to put 6 in the box, dare you to run the football, and we're pinning ours back and coming.
Well, then Mini Mites can't guard those athletic receivers if he has any time. That's what I'm saying.
It's not going to happen. I'll tell you right now, chalk it up. You want 3 touchdowns?
Yeah, I do.
Because it ain't going to happen. Bray may be sitting on the bench at halftime holding his arm or his back or his neck or his leg. I'm telling you, he's going to get beat up Saturday. You watch and see.
You think so?
5 or more sacks is my prediction.
So that's guaranteed.
Florida will win. That's a guarantee.
That's a guarantee.
Guarantee.
What about Offspring Oklahoma?
I'm not allowed to say. Coach Brackett put me on probation.
He should have.
Woe is us. We're terrible.
Well, let me ask you a question.
That's-
Did he put you on probation from cheering?
No.
Okay.
Mouth
We're going
running.
to see Friday night because we got a little surprise for you on that, too. We might be watching you.
Y'all are full of surprises.
Well, we could
I
be.
tell you what.
We could be. And I'm disappointed that you told the fans that you would go by his wife's beauty shop and do the purple and yellow stuff.
Well, you can talk to my wife about that.
You are going to take your daughters. Aren't
I
you?
am.
I don't
Yes.
have.
Take them down there Thursday after school. That way they can wear them Friday to school and show everybody.
I don't have to. I don't have to talk to your wife. Just send her a message. I thought it was bad that you didn't do it.
Hey, I'll tell you
She
what.
watching tonight?
No, she's at work.
Oh, I thought she was. Tell me her name and I'll tell her. I can't believe you wouldn't let him go.
Stephanie.
Stephanie, I can't believe you wouldn't let him go. He promised the fans. He promised the Oliver Springs fans he'd do it.
And she said, "You're not putting feathers in your hair. I don't care what them fools say."
Well, you're the one brought it up and said you'd do it. You
Well,
decide.
you know, hey, man says a lot of things when your wife says, "Hey, you're wrong. You're wrong." You know, I mean,
True. Well, have we seen the spread? The Tennessee Florida spread?
9.5.
9.5. Tennessee.
no, no.
Tennessee ain't been favored 9.5 over Florida since 1977.
I mean,
Well-
really, do you really believe Tennessee's going to go down there and have even a shot to win that football game?
Well, everybody's got a shot. When you get off the bus, you got a shot. If you didn't have a shot, you wouldn't go play the game.
Man,
No, seriously. Because
so Kentucky's
things-
got a shot against
Yes.
Tennessee this year.
Yeah, Kentucky has a shot every year, just like Vandy does, just like anybody else. Oliver Springs got a shot Friday night. Coalfield's got a shot. Take the worst team in Tennessee that's playing somebody.
Red Bull and Springs.
Red Bull and Springs got a shot. That's why you play four quarters of the game. What if you have injuries? What if there's some breaks that just fluke breaks that football? How's football bounces funny?
Yeah. It does.
Well, what if return a kickoff, return a punt, catch 2 or 3 back, and before you know it, you're 38 points down. I mean, weird things happen.
They do.
So I think that's why you fly down there.
And you take your chances.
And you take your chances. If not, they would save money, the way the economy is, and they'd stay in Knoxville and just say, we forfeit the game by 1 point, y'all have it. That looks better on the thing by lose by 1 than it does to go down and lose by 40. So,
No, I like that 40 better.
yes, Tennessee
Looks
has
good.
a chance. Yes, they do. Who's the most disappointing team in the SEC as of right now? Georgia. That's where
Georgia.
Ron Berry's at. We can't find him. He's disappointed.
Go ahead, Carl. You on the air.
Well, guys, good afternoon. How y'all doing?
What do you say, Hitch?
Hey, let me tell you, Kentucky, the only shot Kentucky's got if the rapture comes.
Okay. But they got a chance, though.
Yeah, the rapture, brother.
Well, but Hitch, the thing we're trying to make Wild Man down here understand is everybody has a chance when they get there.
Tell us how Tennessee can win Saturday.
Well, I think there's 3 things, and I've kind of come up with one of them lately. Number one, I like Chaney in the offensive play calling. He gets guys in motion, and I've noticed the last couple games, so that you've got your best athletes that are already in momentum when they get the ball. We've got a quarterback on the offensive side of the ball that, the guy's got not just got a rocket arm, but he can pretty much make any throw. So on the offensive side of the ball, I think the offense will not be an issue. The one thing on offense that I'd say in number 2 that I think has to happen, there's got to be an alternative wide receiver step up, because if they stack the box or back it up with D-backs, whichever one they go, that if they've got the tight ends and they've made use of them, but we need that extra wide receiver that takes them down the field. I don't know who that can be, but I've got a feeling that they find one on Saturday. And the last thing that I like, although the defense mechanically and size-wise, especially on the defensive line, doesn't have it, I think this team, and I give credit to Wilcox for that, plays physical. And I think when Florida slaps you in the face, you got to slap them. But I don't know if you stick a number 4 in there, you've just got to have a swagger that you're going to leave it on the field and make it a battlefield. Because we got to win back this thing with Florida. It's not a rivalry the way we've been getting beat by them. I don't care about Alabama. We can beat Alabama. Over the last 20 years, we got more victories against them than they do us. But we have got to get back to playing with swagger and get the recruits in, and especially more than any position, upgrade that defensive line. Y'all mentioned that earlier.
And I will say about the swagger, our quarterback does not lack for swagger.
No.
He thinks he can make any throw, and that's kind of scary because I think Saturday he'll try to make every throw, thinking he has to, and that's what scares me about Saturday.
You know what Tennessee's really liking right now?
What's that?
A running back. We need a beast of a running back like we've got out there, like the two beast wide receivers we got. We need a beast running back. We don't have a running back right now. I mean, Poole's really good, but we need somebody that's really, really good. I mean, this offensive line, they're coming on, so we need a running back, though. I don't think we have a running back.
Hitch, without a running game, how much protection do you really think Tennessee can give Tyler Bray Saturday? How many sacks?
I think they can pass block very well, but they have to have that running game. I mean, this is just one of those games for them to win the game. You know, I've heard the yardage they got to get. I think if they got it, if Torian Poole gets as much as he got last week, 100 plus, you know, I think we got a shot at winning the ball game. But the passing game is much more sophisticated than we've seen at Tennessee ever. Coach Fulmer loved the hitch route, the fly route, and the slants were banned. So in the passing game, you give your quarterback a lot more chances because you put. I think Chaney puts him in a good position, but to keep the passing game moving, you've got to. I can't disagree with you guys. You got to have some run.
I agree, and I don't think they can play. Who is it? Lane, the running back. He turned it over, I believe, twice Saturday.
Wow,
fumbled it. I don't think they can play. I don't think they can play him in this game. I mean, I don't. If he makes the trip, it's just to take up a seat on the plane. That's just my opinion. I don't. He's a freshman, I think, and maybe I shouldn't be that hard on him, but they're going to have somebody else to put in there for Poole for a break, and I don't know that he's the answer. That's why I say we need to beat.
Seem to have it, doesn't it?
Huh?
Rajon Neal and the other backup running back from Florida, what's his name? Tom Smith, I believe. Put him on the 1 yard line. They couldn't bust it in on the 1 yard line over Montana. So I don't have much faith in the running backs outside of Torian Poole.
That's right. And I hope the young kid from Bearden, maybe they'll be able to, and Dooley's not said yet whether they're going to use him or not, but they desperately need him on the kickoff returns and the punt returns. That's just an additional weapon for Tennessee, and I think they're missing that young man right now. Maybe he's going to be healthy enough that he'll play this weekend.
Devin
Young. Guys, I know it's going to sound crazy. I just hope they catch the ball. Whether they get a punt return or not, that'd be icing on the cake to me.
Yeah, I heard that, man.
But because they dropped how many balls did they drop last year? I want to say 7 or 8 on punt returns.
Well, it got to be where Dooley didn't put anybody back there. He just let it go and let it bounce wherever it bounced, and ended up that's where it was at. That's how bad it was.
But you know, the kicking game, even in a game where you know the punting, just field position is everything in this game, and that's an area that I've got really no faith in either one of them. I haven't seen either one of them, punt. I mean,
Florida hadn't had to punt much.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, Florida. Look who they played. A couple cupcakes.
No, Florida's not punted, so we don't know what they've got.
Hey, Hitch, let me ask you one other question, and we got a couple people. What do you think about Tennessee's schedule next year? Weak?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that's what you'd say.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to get like Florida.
And North Carolina is like, on a scale of 1 to 10 is about a what about a 6 3/4. North Carolina State is. So yeah, it's a pretty cupcake schedule. But I say anytime you schedule AA teams, you better be prepared to lose your job if you lose that game.
Heard that.
That ought to be written in your contract. Guys, y'all have a good night. Good to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Butch.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Well, hello there.
Hello.
I've only got 2 things to say.
They better be clean.
First of all, to Eric,
Yeah.
go Vols.
Go Gators.
And go Bobcats.
Go Bobcats.
That's 2 things. Cut her off in.
And I will be there Friday night.
Oh, we'll see.
About time.
Yeah.
See you.
See ya.
Junior might not let her come Friday night.
Go ahead, caller. You on the air.
What's that, Marty?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, buddy. This is Chris.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Good. Over here in Knoxville, watching y'all on the internet.
You coming out Friday night?
I might do it. I might do it. I just got a question for Oaks there.
Go for it.
Eric, did you used to cheer for the Soviet Union back in the 80s?
That's a good comparison, I guess, considering I did graduate from Cofield.
That was a good one, Chris.
It's a, it's a big rivalry weekend for us folks from Cofield, so that's good.
Oh, it don't get any bigger, does it? I
Yeah.
mean, you got Oliver Springs on Friday night, then you go to the Swamp on Saturday. How about?
And mail count starts Saturday too. So
If my Packers were playing the Bears on Sunday,
me and you'd be out in the backyard fist fighting.
Yeah,
I'd be filled with hate, man. That wouldn't be good.
No, that
because I'm a Bears fan.
So,
as far as Tennessee goes, on both sides of the ball, I think it all comes to the pass rush. If they can stop the pass rush on one side, they've got to get a pass rush on defense. So that's the one they've not had much of that the first two games, even with the competition they've had.
now, there was a lot of overthrown balls last week against Cincinnati. A lot of receivers running open. That's what scares me.
Yeah, but if they can get some pass rush, they don't have a bad defense.
No, it's getting better, but
They got a great secondary, but they can't cover guys all day long.
no.
But 10 years ago, 2001, they were what, 17-point underdogs?
17-point dogs and went down and rushed for 280 yards.
So, has Travis Stevens got any more eligibility left?
But then that was Spurrier's last loss in the Swamp.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, we're up against it, buddy. Come up and see me Friday night if you come out.
Ah, man.
See you, buddy.
See.
Try to get this last.
Quickly.
Go ahead, caller. You on the air.
I just wanted to say, go Cofield Yellow Jackets.
All right. Thank you. Hey, what a way to end the night.
And we will be in Oliver Springs Friday night for the game of the week here on Channel 12. It's the big OS against the big Cofield. And me and Marty, we're doing that game because, folks, we do not know where Ron Berry's at. Georgia is 0-2. We've asked the gas people. We've asked the football players. We've asked everybody. And no Ron Berry. He's a big Georgia fan, and I guess he's just afraid to show us his face around us right now. But we're not going to get on him about it or nothing, so we're just concerned about him. So call us, Ron. Let us know where you're at. But I know you're going to pick Florida. Tennessee?
No, I think Florida wins.
Bye.
Seven. I think Tennessee covers.
Tennessee covers.
But we've got 5 games.
Let me ask you this question. Let me throw you. Tennessee rushes for 150 yards.
Oh, Tennessee wins the ball game But I mean, how many times have they rushed for 150 yards against Florida?
Not.
Hitch said over 100 yards. I think if Tennessee gets 85 or 90, Eric, then Tennessee has a chance. If it gets to 85 or 90, but because that opens it up, and you got to admit, boy, Tennessee's got 2 studs at receiver.
Yeah, but I mean, early, it's going to happen early, guys.
Could be. Friday night, if you want to see a really good high school football game and your team's playing a long ways off, venture down to Oliver Springs. Great place to see a high school football game. 2 of the better high school football teams in East Tennessee will be going at it. Friday night. Come to Oliver Springs. If you're there, holler at me and Marty. Give us a shout, and he's lost it, folks. We'll see you Friday night down in Oliver Springs, but we'll be back here Friday night. Me and Marty will on the Friday night scoreboard. We'll see you next Wednesday here on the Locker Room Chat Show.